Talk to fluency from beginner to fluent.
Take your English skills to the next level.
Hey, everyone. Welcome back to Talk to Fluency, the show that helps you become more fluent, more confident, and more natural in English every single week. I'm Emma, and I'm super excited about today's episode.
And I'm Alex. Thanks for tuning in again. Today we're diving into a really powerful and honestly, life-changing topic for English learners: how to think in English instead of translating from your native language. And don't forget, we shared a PDF with practical tips and sentence starters to help you get talking faster.
Yes. This is a big step in becoming fluent. If you've ever caught yourself mentally translating every word before you speak, or getting stuck mid-sentence, because you're trying to convert a thought from your language into English, you're not alone.
We've all been there. Translating in your head is totally normal when you're starting out, but if you keep doing it for too long, it becomes a habit that actually slows you down.
Exactly. So in this episode, we'll explain why translation holds you back, how native-like thinking works, and share practical techniques to help you stop translating and finally start thinking in English.
So grab your tea, coffee, or whatever keeps you cozy and let's jump in.
Let's begin with the problem. Why does translating slow down your fluency? Well, think of your brain like a traffic intersection. When you think in your native language, then try to translate into English, there's a red light. You're stopping, switching lanes, and then going again.
Exactly. You create a mental delay. Imagine trying to have a conversation with someone, but every sentence takes 10 extra seconds to come out. That delay breaks the flow.
And here's another issue. Not all phrases can be directly translated. Idioms, expressions, and even grammar can be different. So translation often results in unnatural, or even incorrect English.
Yeah, I remember a student who tried to say I have 25 years because in their native language that's how they say their age. But in English, of course, we say I am 25 years old. Direct translation just doesn't always work.
So if you want to sound more fluent, you've got to think in English, not just speak it. And the good news is, it's a skill anyone can build.
Here's something cool. Research in language learning shows that our brains don't actually store words one by one. Instead, they store language in patterns and chunks. So when you think in English, you're helping your brain create faster, more automatic connections. It's like building neural highways that make English your brain's natural route.
Exactly. Think about it like this. When you first learn a language, your brain treats it like a puzzle. You're piecing words together slowly, translating from your native language. But as you practice thinking in English, your brain starts to recognize whole phrases or sentence patterns. That's the shortcut, no more translating word by word.
And this mental automation is what really makes a difference. Instead of stopping to think about grammar rules or vocabulary, your brain flows naturally from one idea to the next. That's why fluent speakers sound smooth and confident. It's because they're not overthinking every word.
Right. And the good news is that anyone can build this skill with consistent practice. The more you immerse yourself in English by listening, speaking, reading, and even thinking in it, the more your brain rewires itself to respond automatically in English. It's like training a muscle.
Plus, this process doesn't just improve speaking. It also helps your listening skills, because when your brain expects English patterns, you understand native speakers faster and more easily.
So, in short, thinking in English is a powerful way to boost your fluency and confidence. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes until it feels like second nature. Whether you're ordering food, giving a presentation, or chatting with friends, your brain will be ready to keep up without hesitation. Let's talk tips. Tip number 1 is simple, but powerful. Start thinking in English with simple thoughts. Don't jump into complex topics like politics or philosophy right away.
Yes. Start with everyday thoughts. When you wake up, try to say in your mind, "It's a beautiful day." Or if I need to brush my teeth. Small thoughts, big progress.
Exactly. It's like training a muscle. At first, it feels awkward. You'll forget. You'll switch back to your native language without realizing. But with daily practice, it gets easier.
And here's a bonus tip. Narrate your actions in English as you go through the day. Like, I'm opening the fridge. I'm making tea. I'm checking my phone. This helps build that inner voice in English.
It might sound silly, but trust me, it works like magic over time.
The next tip is to stop thinking in individual words. Your brain doesn't want to piece together sentences word by word. It wants to grab ready-made chunks.
Like instead of thinking go to the store, just think go to the store as one single phrase. Or how's it going, instead of trying to build it from separate parts.
This is how native speakers think and speak in phrases, not just words. So when you learn a new word, try to learn a few common expressions with it.
And when you practice shadowing or listening, try to notice and repeat the whole chunk. Not just good, but that's a good idea. Not just time, but take your time.
Chunking builds automatic recall, and that's what you need to stop translating.
This tip is fun and super effective. Try using visual thinking instead of translation. That means connecting English directly to images, sounds, or actions, not to words in your native language.
For example, when you hear the word apple, don't think of another word, think of a shiny red apple in your mind. When you hear it's raining, imagine raindrops falling outside your window. No need for any translations.
Kids learn this way naturally, and it's how we build language faster. You're linking English words directly to real-world experiences.
So try labeling things around your house in English or using flashcards with pictures, no translation. That's powerful brain training.
Learning doesn't always have to be serious or feel like a chore. Sometimes, the best way to improve your English is through games and challenges that are actually fun. These activities train your brain to think in English, and you might not even notice you're learning.
Yes. A great example is the Describe It game. Just look around your room, pick any object like a toothbrush and try to describe it out loud in English without saying the actual name. For instance, you might say, "It's something I use every morning and night. It helps me keep my teeth clean and healthy." It makes you think in English and strengthens your vocabulary at the same time.
Exactly. And another fun one is the 1-minute talk challenge. You just set a timer for 1 minute and speak continuously in English about any topic. It could be your breakfast, your weekend plans, a movie you love, anything. The goal is not to pause or stop, just keep talking. It helps build your fluency and confidence.
I love that challenge. It really pushes you to keep your thoughts in English, even when you're not sure what to say next. Another great one is tongue twisters. For example, try saying, "She sells seashells by the seashore" quickly several times in a row. It's fun and tricky, but it helps improve your pronunciation and speaking speed.
You can even create your own tongue twisters using words you're learning. And remember, when you turn learning into a game, it feels less like studying and more like play. You'll have fun and improve faster without stress.
These games help you switch into English mode naturally. You stop translating and start thinking. That's the real power of playful practice. Okay, let's talk about something that happens to all English learners, even the advanced ones. What do you do when you get stuck while trying to think in English?
Such a great question. First, don't panic. It's completely normal. The key is to stay in English. If you can't remember a specific word, try to describe it using other simple words. For example, if refrigerator doesn't come to mind, you can say, the cold box in the kitchen where I keep my food. That's still communication, and it trains your brain to think around problems.
Yes. It's all about being flexible and creative with your language. Don't let one missing word stop your whole sentence. Try using synonyms, gestures, or simpler expressions. You're still thinking in English, and that's the goal.
And remember, it's perfectly okay to pause and breathe. Give your brain a second. You can say or let me think. Even native speakers do that all the time. These little pauses are part of natural speech.
Right. And here's something important: thinking in English doesn't mean you never make mistakes. It means that even when you make them, you don't switch back to your first language. You stay in English, you keep trying, and you learn as you go.
It's not about being perfect, it's about building a habit. And each time you push through a stuck moment, you get a little stronger in English thinking. Let's talk about a really fun and effortless way to train your brain to think in English. Listening to music and podcasts. It's one of the easiest ways to surround yourself with the language even when you're busy.
Yes. Songs are fantastic because they teach you pronunciation, rhythm, and natural sentence flow. Plus, when you sing along, you're not just repeating words, you're actively thinking and speaking in English. And because the lyrics stick in your head, you remember vocabulary without even trying.
Exactly. And then there are podcasts like this one. Podcasts are like having a mini English class in your pocket. You hear real conversations, natural expressions, idioms, and useful grammar in context. It's not just listening, it's language immersion.
And the best part? You can listen while doing other things: walking, cleaning, commuting, cooking, or just relaxing. You don't need to sit at a desk or open a book. Just press play and let your brain absorb English naturally.
And here's a powerful trick. Don't just listen, talk back. Pretend you're part of the conversation. For example, pause the podcast and answer the question, or repeat a sentence out loud. That active engagement really makes a difference.
It might feel silly at first, but it's incredibly effective. Over time, you'll notice that your inner voice starts speaking in English. And that's a big step toward fluency.
So whether you're dancing to your favorite English song, or laughing at a podcast while cooking dinner, just know that you're making progress. Your brain is learning, and your English is getting better every day. Before we finish today, we have something special for you. To help you stay on track with your English practice, we created a free PDF checklist and a daily English practice planner. You can download it from the episode description below. Feel free to print it out, or keep it on your phone, whatever works best for your routine.
Exactly. And we want to hear from you too. Share your progress, daily habits, or tips by tagging us on Instagram at Talk2Fluency or using the hashtag #Talk2Fluency Challenge. It's amazing to see how everyone is improving and supporting each other.
If you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to do that now so you never miss an episode full of helpful tips and real English practice. Thanks so much for listening today. Keep listening, keep practicing, and most importantly, keep speaking.
We'll see you next video on Talk2Fluency. Bye for now.
Talk to Fluency from beginner to fluent.
Take your English skills to the next level.